Sean, my dad was wrong. Please believe me. Sean, please don't.
Whatever the foster family owes me, you'll pay for it.
No, Sean. Sean, you can't lock me up in here. Sean, please, no. No. Sean, no. No, please. Sean. No, please. Sean.
Casey Foster, I'll never forgive you.
Sean Moore, it's been 2 years. When will you stop tormenting me? Why do you refuse to believe me? Stop tormenting me. Why do you refuse to believe me?
No fun at all.
Why?
Let's go out. His limit. There's no.
Where am I? How are you?
Guys, seize her.
Who are you?
Help me. Help me.
Who are you? Let me go. Who exactly are you? Let me go. Who are you? Oh, heaven. Why are you treating me like this? What did I do wrong? No.
Are you crazy?
Keisha, if you dare escape, I will kill your parents. The foster family owes me this. You had this coming. This is what you owe me.
Sean, I've realized that it's impossible to escape you.
Damn it. Ran after sleeping with me.
Mr. Moore.
How is it?
We've confirmed that your stepmother, Yvonne Chandler, bribed the hotel staff to drug you yesterday.
Who was the woman who entered my room last night? Further the investigation.
Yes, sir.
Seems like it's time to find a wife to stop Yvonne from playing tricks.
Today is the chairman's death anniversary.
We'll do things as usual. Prepare the car. Sea City Asylum.
Yes, sir.
Keisha Foster. It's been a while.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
You should be with Mr. Williams last night. Why did you end up injuring him and sleeping with another man? You trash!
It's you. How could you make me sleep with him?
It's because you're trash.
Sean won't let you go.
Make a guess. If Mr. Moore were to see you jumping so eagerly into bed with another man, what would he think?
Sean won't let you off. No. Sean won't let you off. Don't come close.
Lady.
Sean Moore will never let you
Nowhere
off.
to run.
Keisha Foster, are you this desperate?
Sean, I didn't.
Mr. Moore, please spare me.
It was her. She seduced me.
Miss Foster, I usually overlook your behavior. But you know that Mr. Moore comes here on this day every year. Why couldn't you restrain yourself a little?
Sean, it's not like that.
Since you're so obsessed, I'll give you what you want. She's yours now. She's yours now.
No. Sean, torment me however you want, but please don't treat me like this. Sean.
Don't touch me. You're filthy.
Sean! Sean, just kill me! No, Sean.
She's too noisy. Stop her mouth.
Yes, Mr. Moore. I'll do it right away. Mr. Moore said you're too noisy. Just shut up! Mr. Moore!
Get lost. Keisha, did I really misunderstood you now? Get dressed and come with me.
Sean, just kill me.
That would be boring. If you don't do as I say, I'll pick up where we left just now. Take them off here.
Sean, are you bent on humiliating me?
Otherwise, I'll call them over to help you. Let's go.
Where to?
City Hall.
Why are we going to City Hall?
Keisha, it's about time you get married.
No. I'm begging you. You can do whatever you want to me. Just don't ruin me like this. I beg you.
Why does her voice sound like the word from last night? How could she possibly be Keisha? The first time you've submitted to me after 2 years. But it's useless.
Sean, I just heard about you being with a woman at a hotel last night.
I'm on the way to City Hall with her right now.
Ah? You're going to marry her?
Yes. Keisha, listen to me. You are marrying me.
Mr. Foster, are you doing this willingly?
Of course, my wife is just emotional. If this doesn't go through, I'll kill your parents. Don't be delusional. You're still nothing to me.
So marrying you is just the start. It's really...
You can see it that way. Let's go to the Empire Gardens.
Who is this? She's dressed so shabbily.
Mr. Moore brought her back himself.
Are you sick of living? She is Mrs. Moore, the hostess of Empire Gardens.
Watch her thoroughly and send to my room.
I can sleep anywhere. The basement storeroom. Or even on the floor.
It'll go nowhere unless I say so.
No way. I have to escape.
Are the results out yet?
Yeah, the report has came out.
Cut to the chase.
Asthenospermia. I've confirmed it 3 times.
Do I really have this condition?
I found something unusual in this test.
What is it?
I am sure that it is because you're taking certain things or drugs that cause this.
Can I be cured of it?
Yes, but the best way is to find the cause of the disease and get rid of it.
Okay. I didn't expect Yvonne to be so wicked and doing this to cut off the Moore family line.
Mr. Moore, bad news.
No need to panic. Speak.
Mrs. Moore, she's gone!
Gone? Useless bombs. You can't even guard a woman?
Mr. Moore, she left her phone behind along with a voice message in it.
Sean, I've paid for my sins over the past 2 years. We're even now. Bye.
Find her. She couldn't have gone far.
Yes, sir.
Sean must have known that I would visit my mom at the hospital.
Mr. Moore, is it true that you're involved in entertainment circle?
Mr. Moore, the paparazzi took photos of you going to City Hall yesterday. Why were you there?
To register my marriage. Mrs. Moore, you've had enough fun. It's time to go home. Mrs. Moore, you've had enough fun. It's time to go home.
Mom! Let go of her. Why are you taking her? Mom! Let me go!
Mrs. Moore, these are Mr. Moore's orders. Please don't stop us.
I wouldn't scare anymore. Don't go back right now. Don't touch my mom. Don't touch her. Let me go. Mom!
Mr. Moore, Mrs. Moore is here.
Come in. You finally came back.
Mr. Moore, Mrs. Moore is here.
Come in. You're finally back.
Let my mom go. Just come at me.
Never thought about hurting your mom. Keisha, you were the one who disobeyed.
I'm sorry. I was wrong.
You think that's enough?
I promise I'll never try to run again. Since I can't escape, I'll stay by your side and clear my father's name.
Should I break your left or right leg?
I won't do it again.
If there's a next time, I'll punish you myself. If you want me to spare your mother, do something to please me.
Mr. Moore.
Is this how you do it? Is this how you do it?
This should be enough to make him happy.
Get lost.
Mrs. Moore, Mr. Moore said that cleaning crew is shorthanded.
Mr. Fan, I understand. I'll head over right now.
Got married because he met his true love. I didn't expect Mrs. Moore to be treated so badly. Mr. Moore, about her mother's transfer to another hospital.
Arrange the best doctor to treat her. Are you deaf?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Don't let her know about it.
Yes, sir.
Damn it.
said? I told you to kneel before me and apologize. It's your fault that I nearly fell.
For me to understand, you have to stop barking. Also, there's a sign over there. Maybe you don't understand.
Are you lecturing me now? Believe it or not, I can have you fired now.
Fire me? Who do you think you are?
I am Sean's fiancé, Janice Tyson.
Well, I'm his wife.
Hey, what's wrong? Have you gone mute hearing my name?
Oh, I don't remember you being the bride when Mr. Moore announced his marriage today. So, you're nothing to him right now.
It was fake news. Sean couldn't have married another woman. We were betrothed to each other when Mr. Moore Sr. was still alive.
Is that so? Oh, well then, I wish you success in regaining that. I support you.
You support me?
Of course. I'm extremely and exceptionally...
Sean! Sean! This cleaner almost made me fall just now, and she even argued with me. You have to teach her a lesson.
How do you want me to punish her?
Make her kneel and wipe my shoes clean, along with the water on the floor.
Did you hear that?
Did you hear that? Hurry up!
Okay.
A lot of women want to be my wife. I guess she doesn't.
Sean, did you really get married? You promised Mr. Moore Sr. that you would marry me.
Yes, I did promise him that. You can take that up with him. Also, you have no right to point fingers at my employees.
Mrs. Moore, Mr. Moore wants you to walk. Actually, I think you can take a step back. Please, Mr. Moore. Mrs. Moore.
She has to be doing this on purpose.
My shoulder! You broke something bumping into me. Are you new here? You're so clumsy. Wait. Mandy? Why did you let a young and beautiful girl enter Empire Gardens? Did Sean make you do it? Madame Chandler, this is Mrs. Moore, the hostess of Empire Gardens. Goodness! It's you? So you're the one who benefited from what happened that night.
Benefited?
Nothing. Since you made it into the Moore family, you'd better behave yourself. Just look at yourself. You look ridiculous.
I'll get changed right away.
How embarrassing. I wonder why Sean even fancies you. Any random lady in Sea City is 100 times better than you are.
Whatever she does is none of your business.
Sean, I'm just making the rules clear for my daughter-in-law.
I'm the one who makes the rules around here. She doesn't need to comply with yours. Send her off.
Madame Chandler, please.
That lady, she's your mom?
Stepmother.
Then you must have offended her when you spoke up for me just now.
So be it. She has no right to bully you. I'm the only one in this world who can do that. Go on. Open it.
What is this?
Soup that Yvonne sent over.
I remember that my mom would often cook me soup in the past. But now she...
Tisha, drink it.
I shouldn't. Yvonne gave you this soup.
Do as I say from now on. You drink all the soup Yvonne sent over.
I'll drink it myself.
This soup affects fertility in men. I might as well have her drink it. Sign this. Sign this. After 3 months, we'll get a divorce. You won't get a penny from me. Before that, play your part as Mrs. Moore.
Sure, but I have a condition.
You want me to let your mother go?
No. Have you ever considered that there might be another reason for your...
Don't you die so easily. I want to keep you around. You will only know pain.
I'll sleep on the floor.
I can't believe I'm developing feelings for Kissia. Damn it.
What's the matter? I'm sorry. I shouldn't be here. I'll leave right now.
Are you playing hard to get and trying to seduce me? Fine, I'll oblige you. You're so eager. Even if you're naked in front of me, I won't feel anything. Keisha, you're just a plaything that I find filthy. Get lost.
Good morning, Mr. Moore.
A lowlife with the wretched fate is only fit to sleep at my door.
So, do I sleep here from now on?
Yeah. Come with me to my office. I don't want to stay at home.
Okay.
5 more days. Get it done or quit.
Yes, sir. Yes, boss.
I'm here to clean the place. This is a fragrance packet I made for you. Added some herbs. It'll help you sleep. Put it by your pillow, and then you'll have good dreams.
Completely unnecessary.
You really should try. This can really help you with your sleep.
Get lost. Have you found her yet?
Mr. Moore, we have a list of possible matches.
Rubbish. Be quick. Find her at all costs.
Mr. Moore, we're checking and screening.
Oh, why, hello there, Mrs. Moore. Janice, this is Sean's newly wedded wife.
I didn't expect it to be you, a cleaner who snatched Sean away from me.
You got the wrong person. Let me go. What is...
You're brazen and arrogant. I'll teach you some manners today.
If Fawn finds out this, he won't spare you.
Do you really think Sean would offend the Tyson family for a lowly cleaner like you?
Come on.
Mr. Moore, your lunch is ready.
Where's she?
Mrs. Moore, she's missing.
Very well. Someone's looking for trouble. Prepare the car.
Yes, sir.
You look just like a dog. Should I carve up your left or right cheek first?
Janice, think about it. I belong to Sean. He hates having this thing's choice.
Ah! Don't let her scare you. After she gets disfigured, Sean will lose his appetite just looking at her. At that time, he'll kick her out of the house. You'll have your chance.
Yeah, I'm the only woman who can marry Sean.
That's right.
I will never spare other women around him. What are you laughing at?
You're such a fool. Can't you tell that Yvonne's just using you?
You shut up!
Problem? Was I right?
Yvonne, we're both in this together. You can't just stand by watching.
Janice, look. I'm too old for this.
See? She doesn't want to get her hands dirty at all.
Yvonne, how about this? I'll do her left cheek and you'll do the right. Yvonne, how about this? I'll do her left cheek and you'll do her right.
Fine. How about this? You go first. I'll hold her down for you so she stays still.
Oh.
Stay still.
Let me go.
The face of yours is so fair and tender. No wonder it can seduce Sean. I'll tear it to shreds today.
Janice, are you really not scared of Sean?
With the Tyson family behind me, Sean wouldn't do anything.
Cut the crap.
Stop!
Sean, save me!
Sean!
Tyson family's nothing. I can make it vanish with City tomorrow. Are you hurt?
No, I'm not. That was close.
Why did you just run away? Is my home too small for you?
Sean, what brings you here? Don't worry. I was just joking around with my daughter-in-law.
Joking around?
Yeah.
Then cut your own face now. Do it!
Sean, why are you defending this woman so much?
Because she's my wife. Was I supposed to defend you instead? You should feel lucky she wasn't hurt today. Janice, go home and reflect your mistakes for a month. And you, Yvonne, you can forget about getting your allowance this year.
You can't do that. That's money your dad left for me.
2 years.
Sean, you...
3 years.
Hey!
Aside from causing me trouble, what else can you do? Are you proud that I punished Yvonne and Janice? For your sake?
No, that's not what I think.
Kissia, no one touches that face of yours. Only I can do it. Why are you spacing out?
I didn't misbehave today.
You shouldn't have ran away. Kissia, look at how many people want to bully you the moment you leave me. But when you're by my side, I'm the only one who can hurt you.
I can go against others and even fight back when they bully me. With you, I can't do anything.
That's because you owe me. Grandpa?
Come to Moore Mansion right away.
What's the matter?
Come right now. Also, bring that newly wedded wife of yours along.
Count yourself lucky. You get to keep that face of yours for now. I don't want to scare my grandpa with that bloody face. Tidy yourself up and come with me. You have 5 minutes.
Mr. Moore Sr., she's the one. She's Dr. Foster's daughter. Sean wants to marry her. Sean wants to marry her.
Sean, you brat. Don't you know? Her father caused your father's death, but you still...
Mr. Moore Sr., calm down. Your health is important. I rushed here to tell you about it the moment I heard about it. Didn't I? I wanted to discuss with you about how we should deal with this matter.
There's no need for that. Divorce. Divorce her immediately.
Sean, don't blame me for saying this. But how could you marry the daughter of our family's enemy?
Yes, she's indeed Dr. Foster's daughter. But how can we make her pay for the mistakes her father made?
You're being a fool! Sean, you have a betrothal, which your father personally arranged for you.
I'll only marry the woman I like.
Why didn't you marry Janice?
Are you deaf? I said that I only marry the woman I like.
You like me?
Kissia, you think too highly of yourself.
I just think that feelings will develop between two people who spend so much time together.
Grandpa, you don't need to worry about my affairs. Just enjoy your golden years. Be it the Moore family or the business, both will thrive in my hands.
I get it now. You refuse to get a divorce.
I decide for myself whether I get divorced or not.
Kissia, you little bitch. It was your father who caused my son's deathbed. Now you're here to seduce my grandson. What exactly does our family owe yours? I'll break your legs today. I'll break your legs today.
John, save me.
She's pretty good at acting.
If I got hurt, you'd be heartbroken.
Look, just look. Have you ever seen such a seductive vixen? And you're still defending her. You're filled with lust, you useless bum. Today, I'll...
Kissia, good on you. What's the matter?
I found the woman who got you on the night.
Where is she?
Seaside.
Isn't that where she had stayed for 2 years? Come on.
Hey!
Mr. Moore,
Where is she?
in the director's office.
It's her?
Yes, I am, Mr. Moore. She is the director's daughter, Sandy Cadwell.
How did you find her?
This man spotted Mrs. Cadwell during a meal and threatened the director to make her sleep with him. So the director sent Mrs. Cadwell over, but she refused to submit. And while trying to escape, she accidentally entered your room.
Who are you? How dare you kidnap me? Do you even know who I am?
Who are you?
Have you heard of the Moore family, the wealthiest family?
I have.
I am a relative of theirs. Just you wait.
Is that so? I'm Sean Moore. Why haven't I heard about you before? How dare you bluff by using our name? Go to hell. You're Sandy Cadwell?
Yes. Mr. Moore, you've been looking for me?
Yes, I have, ever since that night. Don't you remember?
Yes, she does. Mr. Moore, my daughter is just surprised. She didn't expect you to come looking for her in person.
Dad.
Sandy, stop hiding the truth. I know that after that night you escaped and had your virginity taken by another stranger. You can talk about it now. Mr. Moore is here now to fetch you home in person.
I just think that something like that is too embarrassing for a girl to go through. That's why I never told anyone about it.
I said that I would marry you.
Is that true? I thought it was just a casual promise. After all, even my own biological father sent me to a random old man's bed. Who else can I trust?
Sandy, I had no choice. When I found out you managed to escape, I felt so happy. I swore never to let you get taken advantage of again. We can't be at the mercy of others in the future.
I'm a man of my word, so I came to fetch you home today. Are you willing to come with me? Are you willing to come with me?
I am. This is great. In fact, I've been thinking about you. From now on, with you around, Dad and I no longer need to fear this man.
That's right.
Let's go.
Mr. Moore, I need to speak with Sandy first.
Dad, what exactly is going on? Please explain it to me clearly.
Happy days are ahead, my girl.
Dad, explain yourself. What if I get exposed to Mr. Moore later? Dad, with these, it's enough. I'll go to Mr. Moore now.
Go ahead, go.
You'll stay here for the time being. A maid will come tomorrow. Just call me if you need help.
Mr. Moore, I keep having this feeling that we are fated to be together. From now on, I'll definitely take good care of you.
It's getting late. Have some rest.
But I want to sleep with you. Let's revisit the memories of that night. Let's revisit the memories of that night.
It's not time yet. I need to go now. Get up.
You're back. What's the matter? I made sure to sleep at the corner and not block the door.
Have you drank the soup?
No. Should I have it?
What do you think?
I'll do it right away. Is this okay?
What do you think?
Mr. Moore, it's a package from overseas. Mrs. Moore, are you unwell? Mr. Moore, should we call for the doctor to check on Mrs. Moore?
She's not going to die.
Mrs. Moore, are you all right?
Whoa. Where's Mr. Moore? Where's everyone? Why isn't there anyone here to serve me? Are they trying to get fired?
You are?
I am the future Mrs. Moore. You must be blind not to know me.
Empire Gardens already has its hostess. Who are you?
What? That's impossible. Mr. Moore told me himself that he was going to marry me. If you don't believe me, you can ask him about it.
Mr. Moore is sleeping right now. No one is allowed inside.
It's you, the crazy woman. I was just wondering why you look so familiar.
Sandy?
I'm guessing Mr. Moore made you sleep here to guard the door.
She is Mrs. Moore.
What? You?
What do you want? Sean is sleeping inside. He's grumpy when he wakes up. Wake him up and we'll all suffer.
I was looking for Sean and didn't expect to see a guard dog outside his door. Step aside. I'm going in.
Someone's trespassing on private property early in the morning and causing a ruckus. Looking even more like a wild dog than I do.
Are you insulting me?
I'm not. I didn't say who. If you think it's yourself, don't blame it on me.
Don't think too highly of yourself because you're his wife. I'm telling you, the one whom Sean will eventually marry is me.
Kiss ya. Hit her at your own risk.
The one whom Sean will eventually marry is me.
Kiss ya. Hit her at your own risk.
Mr. Moore, I'm so glad you're here. Otherwise, I would have been slapped by her.
Why are you here?
I missed you. I missed you so much I couldn't sleep. I wanted to come see you, but this woman refused to let me in. She even called me a dog.
You can make her apologize to you. Or make her do anything you want.
You trust her?
Why not? Or do you think you can compare to her?
Apologize to me. And then bark 3 times like a dog.
No way.
Mr. Moore, just look at her. She refuses to submit.
Kiss ya, I'm giving you one last chance to respond.
I won't do it.
Bring the whip.
Sean, I'm in your wife's name. For goodness sake, how is Sandy worth you humiliating me like this?
She's the woman I've been trying to find. She's also the future Mrs. Moore. How arrogant of you to compare yourself to her.
Fine.
Hitting you will only dirty my hands. You do it.
Mr. Moore, didn't you say that you would marry me? But why is Kessia your wife?
She's just a puppet.
What do you mean?
Before this, I hadn't found you, and I needed someone to act like Mrs. Moore, so I chose her. You, continue cleaning at the company.
You don't want to bark like a dog, do you? Fine. Sooner or later, I'll make you kneel before me and bark over and over again. Sooner or later, I'll make you kneel before me
and bark over and over again. Here's some advice. Divorce Mr. Moore as soon as possible.
I don't have a say in whether we get a divorce or not.
You just want to hog the position of Mrs. Moore.
Make Sean divorce me if you have what it takes.
You... Fine. Sooner or later you'll be begging on your knees.
Come here. Take off your clothes.
What?
Do you need me to repeat myself, or shall I take them off for you?
I'll do it.
Turn around. Keisha, have you no common sense?
You can kill me, but not humiliate me.
You have guts.
Sean, instead of torturing me physically, you'd rather trample on my pride and dignity.
From now on, bear with whatever Sandy says, alright?
Okay.
Mr. Moore, you guessed this here.
Let him in. Get out. Kiss ya. If I remember correctly, you studied jewelry design in university.
Yes, but I never graduated.
This is Phoenix Rodriguez's design draft. Take a look and critique it. I want an honest review of it.
Phoenix's overall design standard has dropped drastically. His designs are still popular only because of the brand effect.
That's right. You managed to analyze Phoenix's current situation.
Criticisms lead to improvement. Mr. Moore, about the collaboration. I'll think about it.
Speak. Who is Kenrick Shackle to you? Keisha, who is Kenrick Shackle to you? I don't want any nonsense of lies. Answer me.
He was my fiancé.
Fiancé?
But we already called off our engagement 2 years ago. He went overseas for further studies, and I got checked into the asylum.
If it weren't for me, you two would have gotten married long ago.
Perhaps. But there aren't any ifs in this world.
You probably wished you could kill me.
Sean, we're all people to be pitied.
Me pitied?
You lost your father, while I lost my happy family.
This is all your father's fault, and your family deserves it. Look into Kenrick Shackle. I want information tonight.
Is this Kestia Foster? I'm a prison staff member. Your father needs you. Please come over right away.
Dad! Dad, look at me. It's Kessia. What's going on? How did he get scolded so badly?
He did it to himself. It has nothing to do with us.
I want to see the footage. What exactly happened?
Where do you think you are? You can't see footage.
Dad, bear with it a little longer. I'll bring you to the hospital right away.
No way. He's a prison inmate. He can't leave without an official request.
Are you gonna stand by and watch my father die?
You only have yourself to blame for provoking someone you shouldn't have. He has been suffering since he came here.
I'll look for Sean right away.
Kessia, don't waste your time. Sean hates you so much. He only wishes that things get worse and worse for you.
It's you.
I had nothing to do, so I came to visit your father. I didn't expect him to spill the thermal flask and get scolded so badly.
That's impossible. You must have been behind it.
Do you have proof? You want to hit me, don't you? Mr. Moore isn't around. Come on, hit me.
Come at me if you want. I defended you, my dad didn't.
Do you really think I have the ability to cause trouble inside a prison?
So,
Mr. Moore allowed all of this to happen. Your father should have died long ago. The reason why he's being kept alive is so Mr. Moore can use him to vent his anger whenever he pleases.
What do you want me to do? So that my dad can go to the hospital?
You previously chose to get whipped thrice instead of barking like a dog, right?
Jessia, my poor daughter.
Hurry up. Otherwise, I might just change my mind.
Woof. Woof. Woof.
Please, dear, remember this. Respect me from now on. I'm the future mistress of the Moore family.
Can my father go to the hospital now?
Just get a doctor to write him a script.
Dad? Dad, are you right?
Jessia, my poor daughter. You suffered because of me.
Where were you?
Don't you always know where I go?
Do you really think I sent people to follow you around the clock?
Not tomorrow. I'm tired. Can I go sleep?
What kind of attitude is that? I told you not to lie to me, yet you broke that rule.
I've already explained to you my relationship with him.
You two met before today.
We met by coincidence.
Why didn't you mention it then?
I forgot. And I have nothing to say to you. Let me go! Sean, what do you want? You're acting crazy!
Why did you let Henrik touch you?
I pushed him away immediately.
Not even the shoulders! Not even for a second!
You came at such a terrible time. What should Mommy do?
What's wrong with the woman from just now? Cassia Foster?
My apologies, but we have to protect the privacy of our patients.
I'm just concerned for her.
She's pregnant. 4 weeks.
Come here.
Shay! Sean, you're drunk. I'll prepare something for you to sober up.
Why should I get drunk over you and suppress my desires for you? Keisha, I want you right now.
Sean, what are you doing?
What's that in your hand?
Nothing.
Hand it over. Do you want me to break your bone? Let go. Keisha, let go. Let go.
Hey, Cassia, what's wrong with you now? Are you pregnant?
Don't talk nonsense.
I'm just joking. Why are you so scared?
Why are you so careless, tripping while walking?
You did that on purpose. Mr. Moore, I was walking when Cassia stretched her foot out on purpose to trip me.
Come here. How dare you trip her? Don't you know your place around here?
I won't provoke others if they don't provoke me.
Shut up! Apologize to her.
There's no need for that. I was at fault too. Cassia, the both of us can actually get along peacefully. I don't have many friends in Sea City. Why don't the two of us...
Hey!
What's going on?
Cassia, how could you be so careless? What's the matter now?
It hurts.
Mr. Moore, Cassia seems to be bleeding.
What's wrong?
I'm having my period.
Mr. Moore, she looks like she's in a lot of pain. Why don't we send her to the hospital?
She's just having a period. She won't die. Leave her here.
Mrs. Moore, what's the matter? Okay. Help! Quick, let's go!
Thankfully, they're both safe.
Mother and fetus? Mrs. Moore's pregnant.
Mrs. Foster, make the payment, get your medication, and do an ultrasound later, before you get discharged, okay?
Get medication and do the ultrasound?
Yes, the doctor prescribed you medication to protect the fetus.
The doctor saved my baby. Thank you so much. I thought I was gonna lose my baby right after knowing about it. Thank you.
Kessia, come out right now.
Why are you looking for me?
She's the one. Take her away.
You're doing this in broad daylight? Call the police, please.
I'll see who dares to help. Whoever helps her will be fired immediately and kicked out of more group. See? Save your energy. No one will come to your aid. Kessia, you're just a pathetic lowlife.
Sandy, what do you want?
I'm in a bad mood, and I'm venting my anger out on you. Take her away.
Venting your anger? Sandy, you wouldn't dare.
How dare you talk to me like that? Seems like yesterday's whipping wasn't bad enough. Your fall wasn't bad enough too, I suppose. How dare you spit at me? It's filthy.
Don't you humiliate me just because Sean does.
Why can't I? I'm telling you, I'm Sean's future wife.
You'd better let me go right now. Otherwise, if Sean finds out about it, you'll suffer.
He'll surely take my side. Besides, I won't leave a mark on your body. Sean won't notice a thing. Don't just stand here. Seize her. Mr. Moore.
Why do you always get in trouble when you're not by my side?
I'm not at fault this time. I was just working in the office, minding my own business.
Mr. Moore! Kessia scolded me first. She called me a wretched loser. And a bitch. I got so angry. I gathered people to teach her a lesson.
I didn't.
Shut up.
Mr. Moore, you didn't hear what she said. You'd get angry too, if you did.
Leave this place immediately.
Mr. Moore, are you mad at me?
Go home and reflect on your mistakes.
I don't want to. Ever since you arrived here, you haven't asked once about what Kessia has done. Why would I go to the office and take her away for no reason?
Fine. Then tell me, what did Keisha do?
Sandy, you're the evil one here. You're also gathering accomplices. What could I do to you by myself?
Sandy, don't appear before me again.
Mr. Moore, you can't be so biased.
What? You don't need me anymore? Keisha, stop causing me so much trouble.
You think it's my fault?
It takes two hands to clap.
Be it Janice or Sandy. They attacked me because of you.
Do you think it's easy being Mrs. Moore?
I've never thought of marrying you.
You had no choice.
Sean, what are you doing? Let me go. Sean, slow down. There's someone over there. Slow down! Or else gonna get an accident. Sean!
You're so weak.
I feel dizzy.
This isn't your first time puking. What's going on?
The soup was a little greasy. It wasn't good.
Don't drink it from now on.
Mr. Moore, please let me see you. I know I was wrong. I came here to admit my mistake. Mr. Moore, I won't stand until I see you today.
Miss Cadwell, don't yell. Everyone suffers if you disturb Mr. Moore from his rest.
Then go in and tell him I'm here.
What are you doing at this hour?
Mr. Moore, you're finally willing to meet me.
Get up.
No, if you don't forgive me, I won't get up. I've been reflecting on my mistakes the entire afternoon. Look, I came over to apologize for what I did wrong. Please forgive me.
Do you really feel sorry?
Yes, I do. I just love you too much. I think we're fated to be together. But the thought of you and Kessia lying on the same bed drives me mad with jealousy. She was the one who snatched away everything that belonged to me. I can apologize to her. I promise to never bully her from now on. Will you please forgive me?
Fine.
Mr. Moore, I'll never do anything to put you in a difficult spot again. I'll be good. I'll be good and wait for you to marry me.
Okay.
I'll go and apologize to Kessia right now.
Sure.
What are you trying to do?
Kessia, I'm here to apologize to you. I'm sorry. I was too aggressive today. My dad has spoken to me about it, and Mr. Moore has punished me for it. Next time, I won't be so direct about it.
Are you sincerely apologizing to me?
I am. Am I not standing right in front of you?
You really...
Shh. Hear me out first. You are still Mrs. Moore right now, after all. Although it's only a title, things won't be so simple. Moving forward.
Why are you bent on harassing me? He's already promised to marry you. What else do you want?
Don't worry. Mr. Moore is here. I won't do anything to you. But I have a secret to tell you.
I don't want to hear it.
Are you sure? That bastard in your belly. Abort the baby, Kessia. You can hardly even protect yourself. The baby's just going to be a...
No. You have no right to decide whether it lives or dies.
Then you only have yourself to blame for what comes next.
Wait. Do you know who the father is?
Of course. You're the only one who doesn't.
Who is it? Who exactly was it that night?
I advise you to abort the baby as soon as possible. Don't bring yourself trouble.
No.
You're hurting me. I've apologized. What else do you want? Do you want revenge?
Tell me who the man is. Tell me who he is.
Let me go. You're hurting me. Mr. Moore, I apologize to Kessia, but not only did she reject it, she even pushed me.
I'll send you to the hospital.
Sean, I didn't.
I saw it myself. How can you deny it?
I really didn't push her. I was actually pulling her.
I won't force it if you don't forgive me. But why did you need to hurt me like this?
Since you think I pushed her, then so be it. I did it.
It hurts.
Kessia, you better pray that she's fine. If she ends up with a broken bone, I'll break 2 of yours. You're lucky. Sandy's only bruised. Marrying me and staying here, it's practically the same as being in the asylum, understand?
Then I can go back to the asylum?
Dream on. Go with me to the charity auction tomorrow.
Stand right there. Who are you, trying to get in dressed like that? Step aside.
I'm here to attend the banquet.
You need an invitation to enter. Do you have one?
Why didn't you check mine, but not theirs?
Their faces are enough to pass. Who in this city doesn't know them? What about you? Who are you? Hurry up and leave.
Thank you.
Where is he? Why are you here alone to get bullied? Come with me.
Mr. Shekel, she looks like a gold digger who popped out of nowhere. Don't be too nice to her. I've seen a lot of people like her, trying to sneak in.
What are you talking about? She's my friend.
Oh, my apologies. I'm sorry. Welcome.
Mr. Moore is here.
Mr. Moore seldom attends such functions, yet he brought a companion today.
Is she Mrs. Moore? Huh? Mr. Moore, isn't that Kessia? Why is she holding another man's hand? Could it be that She knew you'd bring me to the banquet, so she partnered up with a man to spite you?
Wow, look at him. Kessia, how could Sean bring another woman here? I'm going after him.
Don't cause trouble. I'm fine.
That's too much. How can you let it be? Excuse me for a minute.
Mr. Moore, I'll go say hello to Kessia. The banquet just started, and you dirtied my gown? Can you afford it?
You stood so quietly behind me.
Stop making excuses for dirtying my gown!
I'll wipe it clean.
Forget about it. Take off your dress and give it to me.
I want to let you have it, but you're too big. The dress won't fit you.
Then I'll make you take it off.
Sandy, what are you doing?
Kessia, are you alright?
Don't think that everything's fine with someone helping you. And you, I'll remember you.
Sandy, this is between us. It has nothing to do with outsiders.
Outsiders? You two are behaving so intimately. He doesn't look like an outsider at all. Mr. Moore, come back me up.
The auction's about to begin.
But my gown.
I'll have one send you the latest design of this year tomorrow.
Thank you everyone for gracing the charity auction tonight. The sum raised at tonight's auction will be donated to the needy. Now, let's unveil the first auction item.
My mother's bracelet.
The starting price is $2 million. The highest bidder wins.
I bid $2 million.
10 million.
15 million.
20 million.
20 million. Deal. Congratulations, Mr. Moore.
Delivered to the Empire Gardens.
It's my fault for being too weak to protect you. If my dad hadn't sent me abroad...
Given my family situation back then, anyone would have kept their distance.
Your father's a skilled doctor. How could he have made such a fatal error?
My dad didn't make any mistake at all.
What?
He was framed. One day, I'll find out the truth. Sandy, come out. I know it's you. Kenrick?
Mr. Moore, why did you leave? I'm so bored all alone here. But I just bumped into someone familiar.
Oh no.
Kessia.
Sean, it's not what it looks like.
Do you think I'm blind?
Sean, I really didn't do anything.
Kessia, I've underestimated you. You crawled into bed with your old lover.
Mr. Moore, nothing happened between Kessia and me. You've misunderstood.
I've misunderstood you while you were
I have
lying
no
in
idea
bed.
what happened either. I drank a glass of wine when I was at the auction.
You came to take care of him when he was drunk?
I really didn't know Kenrick was in the room.
Then why did you come in here? Did you turn mute?
Whatever it is, nothing happened between Kenrick and me. If you don't believe me, we can go to the hospital for verification.
Kessia, nothing happened because I came in the nick of time. Had I arrived 5 minutes late, you know the consequences very well. You wanton bitch.
Well, did you like last night's gift?
Despicable.
Take this as a small warning. Treat me with respect next time. Do you hear me?
Why are you wearing the jade bracelet?
Mr. Moore gave it to me after he bought it. Otherwise, it would have ended up with you.
Jade has strong spiritual vibes. Please treat it with care.
I can do whatever I like with my own jade bracelet. Who are you to tell me what to do?
Kessia! Where do you think you're going?
Vaughn, if there's nothing I can do for you, I'll go to work right now.
Hey, wait up. Did Mr. Moore give you the jade bracelet he got from the auction? Where is it?
He didn't give it to me. He gave that jade bracelet to an influencer. She's wearing it right now and showing it off to everyone in the office.
What? He gave it to a random woman instead of giving it to me, his stepmother? Fine, go on ahead. Bitch! Hand over that jade bracelet my son bought for me!
You mad woman! I bought this jade bracelet myself!
Huh! Don't lie to me, give it to me!
Mr. Moore!
What's with all the fuss?
This mad woman is proclaiming to be your mother, and she even stole my bracelet.
She is indeed Sean's mother, except that she's his stepmother.
I wouldn't have said anything if you gave her this bracelet, but you gave it to this vixen. I don't approve at all.
Who are you calling a vixen? You're his stepmother and a homewrecker to boot.
This is fake. The genuine piece is with me.
I bought this imitation piece for fun.
How did you find Sandy?
She told me. She told me that you gave the jade bracelet to a random woman.
I see. So it was you, Kessia, who tried to frame me.
You told me that Sean gave you the bracelet. I was just saying the truth.
I didn't say that. This bracelet was the one that Mr. Moore bought from the auction and gave to me. Mr. Moore, why don't you speak up for me?
That's enough. I won't be giving the jade bracelet to anyone.
Take it back.
Mr. Moore, Kessia did it on purpose. If you hadn't come in time, I wonder what the stepmother of yours would have done to me. Look at the scratch marks here.
Make her compensate you. She can design our wedding bands.
I don't want to do that.
That's your job. You will do it.
Sean, what are you doing? My bed is outside.
From now on, you'll sleep inside, on the floor.
I saw a suspicious figure at the door just now. Who is he?
Grandfather's spy.
Spy?
He wants your grandchild, and he wants you to have a baby.
How's that possible? You won't let your enemy's daughter have your child?
Grandfather doesn't care. He can accept any child that belongs to me.
You agree with that too?
What a joke. Are you even fit to carry my child?
I got it. I'll play the role of Miss Moore well.
You probably really hope to have my baby, don't you?
I don't want that.
Do you think being pregnant with my child will make me treat you better? Your father and your mother, who's in the hospital, may feel happy with a grandchild to hold.
Sean, given your personality, even if I was pregnant with your child, you'd take it away from me.
Even if you're pregnant, I'll make you take pills.
Kessia, that bitch! Bitch!
Fine, scold that woman all you want. She's now pregnant and poses a significant threat to us. Let's take the chance now, when nobody knows about it, to quietly cause her miscarriage without anyone noticing.
It's you. What are you doing here?
I'm visiting with some gifts. I hope you like them.
This looks suspicious. I'm sure you're up to no good.
I'm sincerely giving you these supplements to nourish your body. After all, you're pregnant. Kessia, look at how frightened you are. You know that if the news of your pregnancy leaks, the days ahead will get even tougher.
Who exactly was it that night?
Hey, accept them. It's just a token of goodwill.
Did you not understand what I just said? Stop making me disgusted with these.
These are all good things. They've all gone to waste.
Dad! Dad! What's the matter? Dad, don't scare me! Dad! Why did this happen? Mr. Moore, my dad painstakingly raised me and is finally able to step back and enjoy life. Nothing bad should happen to him.
Kessia, what exactly happened?
He came with some supplements as a gift to me. I didn't accept them.
It was just token of goodwill. If you didn't want them, you could have just thrown them away. Why did you reject him so harshly?
Doctor, how is my dad?
Sudden cerebral hemorrhage. We're trying our best to save him.
How did that happen? My dad is a very healthy man.
It was probably because he got too emotional. He's advanced in years and suffering from high blood pressure. He shouldn't be getting into fights with people.
It's all your fault. You caused my dad to have cerebral hemorrhage.
The operation was a success, but the patient is in an urgent need of a blood transfusion. There isn't enough in the hospital. Whose blood type is a match?
Cassia, since you caused this, you're responsible.
It's none of my business.
My dad is still in critical condition. He'll die if he doesn't get a blood transfusion. Please, I'm begging you, Cassia. Just donate some blood to my dad. He's the closest kid I have. I can't afford to lose him.
Cassia, you have to share your blood.
Even if it wasn't my fault, I still have to save the director, don't I?
Yes.
Even if drawing my blood will result in severe damage to my health, you'll still make me do it?
Just 2 tubes of blood. You'll recover in no time.
Yeah, you won't die from drawing blood. And it won't affect your health. It's just a little blood.
Nurse, take her and draw her blood right now. Do you think the consequences of running away? Just 2 tubes of blood. As long as you draw your blood now, you'll suffer less.
You don't understand.
What don't I understand? Tell me.
Yeah, tell us.
The blood drawing room is over there. Come with me.
How much blood are you drawing? That's enough!
Don't move. I won't take responsibility if you get hurt.
300! No more! Stop drawing my blood!
We're done.
Done drawing blood?
Yes, I'll bring it to the operating room right away.
The director suffered cerebral hemorrhage because of you. It's only fair that you donate your blood to him.
Do you know how much blood they took from me?
As much as they need.
Why does Sandy get all your love?
Because she's my woman.
What about me? Who am I to you?
You're by my side just to pay for your sins, not to enjoy yourself. My father died because of you. Are you trying to kill Sandy's father too?
It wasn't me. I didn't do anything.
Saw footage from the surveillance camera. You pushed him, spoke to him impolitely, and thrashed his gifts.
I was framed. Only those who frame me know how innocent I am. I'm leaving.
Hey, you look like you're still in good shape. Seems like you can still donate blood.
Sandy, you and the director were in cahoots putting this on this act.
That's right. You're a fool for being pregnant with this child. Had you been willing to abort the baby, there'd be no need to have your blood drawn.
Impossible.
All right then. Continue having your blood drawn. You can't even protect yourself, not to mention the baby.
Sandy, you want me to abort the baby so badly? 'Cause of the baby's dad, huh?
Of course not.
I guessed right.
You shameless woman. You have to talk about that night.
You and the father are the shameless ones. If Sean were to find about you...
I dare you to. If you were to find out, I'll expose your pregnancy and have Sean abort your baby with his own hands. You will continue staying in the hospital and have your blood drawn until my dad wakes up.
Put it down.
What? Am I not even allowed to eat now?
You can eat anything, not this.
Sean, do you know what human rights are? Why must you have a say over everything I do? Why are you such a busybody? How long will you keep torturing me?
How dare you talk to me like this? Be unthankful of the good I'm doing to you.
When you're marrying Sandy, I'll go back to the asylum, get locked there for my life.
You're upset over getting your blood drawn?
Because I didn't do anything, and I don't need to help him.
Even if you didn't cause him harm, you have to draw blood for him. Because your life is worthless. Cassia, come up here.
Not awake yet? Not awake yet?
She's not up yet, grandfather. Please don't mind.
I understand. You, must have overworked her. I was just passing by. Nothing's up. Just looking around.
Grandfather, you're here.
I'm going. Sean, continue working hard.
Full. Do you know the consequences of grandfather knowing about this?
Since he wants a grandchild so badly, you and Sandy should give him one. Trying to get one, she'll definitely get pregnant.
I'll wait till I officially marry her to talk to her about it.
Are you facing infertility issues?
What did you say? Don't bother trying to provoke me. I won't touch you. Get out of the bed and get your blood drawn.
I'm not going. They can get brothers from somebody else.
You're worthless, and your blood can be drawn anytime. You're going either way. Make your choice.
Mr. Moore, we just received a call from the hospital.
Come in. What's the matter?
There's news about Mrs. Moore's mother in the hospital.
What's wrong with her? What happened to her?
Mrs. Moore, it's good news. The hospital called to inform us that Mrs. Foster is awake.
That's great. Mom's awake. Mom's awake. I'm not a motherless child anymore. I want to visit my mom. I promise not to do anything else, and then I won't be up to anything funny. She misses me.
Sure.
Really?
Of course. You can see her after you draw blood. Since you will have to do it sooner or later, just cooperate. You only have this one chance.
Sean, I want to see my mom.
Then go and draw blood right now.
Mr. Moore, she can't have blood drawn for 2 consecutive days.
Shut up!
Baby, Mom's let you down, but Mommy really misses her own mom.
Trespassers are prohibited from entering.
You must be blind. Don't you know that I'm the future Mrs. Moore? How dare you stop me? Step aside. I'd like to see what Cassia is up to.
Mom.
Cassia! My poor daughter!
Mom!
Are you living a happy life? Is anyone bullying you?
Mom, don't worry. I'm good.
Did the Moore family make things difficult for you? How did you complete your studies?
Mom, did you forget about Kenrick? He's been taking care of me for the years. He's also been covering your hospital bills.
You've been our precious darling since young. The sudden change in our family must have been tough on you, child.
Mom, it's over now. Let's let it go.
If it weren't for your dad's situation, our family wouldn't have become like this.
Mom, about Mr. Father's death, do you think it really could have been Dad?
No, Cassia. Your dad was innocent. He was framed.
Mom, I know. I share the same things as you. I think Dad's innocent.
Hello, Mr. Moore. My dad's condition worsened.
I'll bring Cassia there right away.
You need to come. I'm waiting for you.
I know Dad's innocent.
Go to the hospital and they'll have your blood drawn.
But I already did it today. I can't do it again.
Forget about seeing your mom in the future.
Okay. Mom, I have to go to the office for some work. I'll be back. You rest.
Take care of yourself.
Mr. Moore, I'm really scared that my dad will suddenly leave me.
He won't.
Cassia, although you caused my dad to become like this, only your blood right now can save him. If he survives this ordeal, I'll definitely be grateful to you. Mr. Moore, please help me.
Cassia, draw your blood.
Okay.
You're agreeing to it?
But before that, I have a condition.
Say it.
I need to see him. I'll feel better that way. I have to see him. I'll feel better after that.
No way!
What? Can you spare me 2 minutes? Is there something you're trying to hide?
No, I mean, after my dad recovers.
Sure, but only 2 minutes.
Okay.
They'll want to go too.
Sure. Why don't we all go in? Doctor, I'm so sorry. I was insensible. Had I known that you were in poor health, I wouldn't have accepted the gifts you brought me. Something's up.
Stay away from my dad. Stay away from my dad.
What? I was just talking to him. Why are you so nervous?
Don't beat around the bush. Why are we getting touchy with my dad?
Just listen to yourself. I'm just checking on the director.
Let go!
If that were to fall on my head, I would have lost my life.
Dad! You're awake!
Uh,
You just woke up. You need some time.
I feel dizzy.
Director, I heard Sandy say that your condition worsened. I was so worried. It's great that you're awake now. No need to draw my blood anymore. I knew I was right to help you. You don't need to thank me. Oh yes, those supplements should be left for you to enjoy.
Mr. Moore, see? My dad has recovered. Don't glare at me like that. I get scared from the way you're glaring at me.
Do you think I'm so easily fooled?
Mr. Moore, it's not what you think. My dad really is ill.
Yeah.
You exaggerated his condition so that Kissia would draw all her blood, right?
No, Mr. Moore,
You can go after Kissia, but you shouldn't have fooled me.
Mr. Moore, I was wrong, but I didn't mean to hide things from you. Mr. Moore, don't be mad at me! Dad! We're doomed this time!
What? You said that Kessia felt nauseous during dinner.
Old Mr. Foster. I saw it with my own eyes. I even heard other people say that. It's happened a few times.
Great. This is great. I can finally have a great-grandchild. Quick. Tell Sean about it right now. Bring Kessia to the hospital for a checkup.
Old Mr. Foster, they only just got married. They can't possibly have a baby so soon.
What do you know? Sean is young and fit. Anything is possible. Sean?
Grandfather?
Come to the Moore mansion immediately. Right away. Bring that newly wedded wife of yours along.
What did you say? Kissia's pregnant?
What's the matter?
Kissia, how could you? If you desire death, I can grant your wish right now.
I have nothing to say.
You knew you were pregnant long ago, and you secretly take this to protect your baby. No wonder you refuse to be with me. You'd rather return to the asylum, so you can give birth to this bastard, right?
Yes, you're right.
You refuse to draw blood because you want to protect this baby, right?
Yes.
Dying like this would be a waste. You should see for yourself how this dear child leaves you. 5 weeks. The baby isn't fully formed yet. It's still just a fetus.
You can't do that.
Even a tiny fetus. I can make the doctor take it out whole. Kissia, tell me, who is the father of this child? I can guess. Even if you don't tell me, it must be Kingrick's.
It's not him.
The more you deny it, the more certain I am.
It's really not.
Then tell me, who is the father?
I don't know. I really don't know. I didn't get a look at his face.
What a good liar you are. You slept with him without seeing his face? You were innocent, pure and clean, right? Pregnant for 5 weeks. Probably still in the asylum then. Tell me, which bastard were you fooling around with?
I've already told you that it was only that one time, that night. I didn't even know who the man was. He probably doesn't even remember me. Believe it if you wish.
I'll never believe you.
No, I am not going to the hospital.
You have no choice. Take the abortion. Right now.
Sean, please, I'm begging you. I'm not going.
What a coincidence. Everyone's here.
Grandfather.
Sean, have you brought Kessia to the hospital for a checkup? What's going on? Everyone's silent. Keeping me in suspense? Kessia, you tell me. You're pregnant. I didn't know you were so fertile. Kessia, although the Foster family is the enemy of the Moore family, this is a golden opportunity. As long as you give birth to this child successfully, I won't mistreat you. Do you hear me? Let me repeat myself. Give birth to this child successfully, and I can consider allowing your father, Dr. Foster, an early release.
Grandfather, what are you talking about?
What? Did I say anything wrong? The Foster family owes us a life. She makes up for it by giving birth to a child. Is that wrong? Although a dead person cannot come back to life, she can give birth to children. Be it 1, 2, or 3 babies, the Moore family can afford to raise them all. Just give birth to as many as you can.
Grandfather, as long as I give birth to this child, my father, he can get out of prison?
Of course. I'm the master of the Moore family, and a man of my word. I'll keep my promise.
I will do my best to not disappoint you, Grandfather.
Not do your best. It's a must. Sean, you have to take good care of her for me. I'll hold you accountable if anything goes wrong.
Sean, I'm begging you. Spare the baby. I just want him to be born into this world peacefully. We'll be getting into divorce in 2 months. At that time, I'll leave this child and stay far away from you. If you're worried about giving Grandfather an explanation, I'm willing to give you another child. I'm begging you. This child is my life.
Kessia, you have it all thought out, haven't you? Another child? To protect a bastard child in your womb? Give the Moore family a child to save your father, Kessia. You benefit so much.
But it's a life we're talking about.
The baby in your womb is a bastard child. He's doomed to be slave.
No, I'm not going to the hospital.
Sean, what are you doing? Kessia is pregnant. Give in to her.
Grandfather, your spy's doing a great job. One step away from live streaming what's happening here.
All for the child's sake. You should learn to control your bad temper. Take it as me pleading with you. I lost my son in my old age. I really want a great-grandchild.
You're lucky. You get to keep the child. For now.
Mr. Moore, the hospital just called. Madam Winston's condition is stabilized, but there are still problems.
Isn't she awake?
Unfortunately, the post-treatment requires her to take a special drug. It costs $50,000 per pill, and she needs 1 pill each month over 5 years.
My mother needs this pill.
I'll give you a chance to be fulfilled. Go to the hospital and settle the bill. Give your mom the medicine. What? Mute now?
My money, it's not enough.
In that case, no medicine.
What can I do for you to pay the sum?
I can do that. But you have to abort the baby immediately. If you do that, I'll tell the hospital to give you the medicine right away. If you can't, forget about your mother. Tell your grandpa after you get the abortion that you tripped and fell.
Kessia, what's the matter? What happened?
Would you lend me some money? Not much, just 50,000. I'll find a way to repay you.
Of course. I'll transfer the money now. No need to return it.
Thank you. Thank you. The money's very important to me. Thank you.
It's your money. What are you scared of? I asked you to abort the baby. What did you do instead? Tell me, where did you get the money from?
I borrowed it from someone.
Who dared to lend you the money? I checked the account. Kenrick transferred the money. Oh, great. Find your old lover in an instant. I'm impressed.
Sean, this is the money I need to give to the hospital. How can you take it away?
Useless even if you pay them. The doctor will not give you the medicine without my approval.
Get off. This is my money.
Kiss you. Your food, your accommodation, even your life belongs to me. Tell me what you really own.
I have my baby and my mother.
You want everything. But you'll end up with nothing. You will end up with nothing. You will abort the baby. Your mother won't be able to afford the medical bill.
Let me guess. Did you have a fight with Kessia? Telling you, husband and wife have to reconcile with each other by the day's end. As men, you gotta be magnanimous.
Shut up. No one will think you're mute.
More. You know that when a man's mood gets affected by a woman, it can only mean one thing.
What?
That you've fallen in love.
I'll never fall in love with her. Even if all the women in this world is dead.
Mr. Moore, is that really you? I thought I was seeing things. Mr. Moore, stop drinking. Too much alcohol is bad for health. If you have any troubles, just share with me.
Scram.
Mr. Moore, don't you recognize me? I'll bring you to a hotel. Mr. Moore, I'll keep you company.
Keep me company?
That's right. I won't leave you, and I'll stay by your side.
You can't leave me anyway. Kessia, you're mine forever.
Mr. Moore, let's go to a hotel.
Seducing me? Since you want it so badly, I will give it to you.
Mr. Moore, I'm not Kessia. Take a good look. I'm Sandy.
Sandy? Scram for not Kessia!
What's so good about Kessia? I'm the one you want to marry. She's nothing but a puppet.
How dare you insult her?
Mr. Moore, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Only I can bully her. No one else. Do you hear me?
Mr. Moore, are you here drinking because of Kessia?
How's she worth this? She needed money but refused to beg me. Instead, she went to looking for Kendrick. Chingrei's the one she loves.
Mr. Moore.
What's the matter?
Mr. Chadwick, Mr. Moore has had too much to drink. I'll bring him back to a hotel to rest.
Mr. Moore is a married man. He can't just stay the night outside. Men have to learn to protect themselves when outside, lest some indecent woman take advantage of them.
You're drunk.
I'm not drunk. Kessia, what'll make you less angry at me and listen to me obediently?
You have all of me in your hands. What else do you want from me?
I want you to stay by my side, willingly. I don't want to tie you down because of hatred of your parents. What are you laughing at? I'm talking to you. Are you deaf?
You're still an ass, even as a drunk.
I told you I'm not drunk.
Okay, fine. You're not drunk. Sean, let me go first.
I just want to hug you like this. Don't ever leave me. What can I do to make you stay? Tell me. I can give you everything.
Coming.
Mrs. Moore, the detoxifying drink.
Thank you.
Mr. Moore, Mrs. Moore told me to give you this.
What does she mean by this?
The hospital called to say that Mrs. Foster's treatment cannot be delayed any further.
You're always helping Kessia, whether you know or not. What is she giving you in return?
Nothing. What can Mrs. Moore give me?
Tell the hospital to give Kessia's mother her dose of medicine for this month.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Moore, are you sober yet? I've been so worried about you since last night. I didn't even sleep well.
Last night?
You drank so much at the bar, and I took care of you for hours. Did you forget?
I don't remember.
Mr. Moore, you insisted on drinking so much, and I couldn't persuade you otherwise. You must be having a terrible hangover. Mr. Moore, the medicine you mentioned just now, who is it for? Is it Kessia's mother?
None of your business.
An unappreciative person like her is not worth saving.
Do you know what you're saying?
She will only cause harm upon you if you save her.
Get out.
You have to believe me. I have proof.
Mom, did you forget about Kendrick? He's been taking care of you over the years. He even paid for your hospital bills.
Butler, don't think that because Kessia is the current Mrs. Moore, that you can forget about the hierarchy here. She has no rights to speak of at all. I am the future mistress of the Moore family.
You're still Miss Cadwell right now. As long as Yvonne is around, you stand no chance of being the mistress of the Moore family.
The first thing I do the moment I marry into the Moore family is to fire you.
We'll talk about it when that actually happens, Miss Cadwell.
Tell those people at the hospital to keep a close eye on Mrs. Foster. Don't let Keisha near her, and no medicine.
Yes.
Trying to help Kessie? Wishful thinking.
I want to abort the baby. I also want my mother to have the medicine.
What right do you have to demand for everything?
I can stay by your side. Let you humiliate and torture me, as long as you spare my mother and the baby. I can send him away as soon as I give birth to him. Let somebody else take care of him. Well, if you want me to give birth to a child for you, I'll do it.
Drunk words don't count. Kissia, you're too naive. Did you forget your role here? Do you have a voice recording? Any proof? What a joke.
Just pretend I didn't say it.
But someone recorded what you said.
What did you say?
Don't you remember what you said when you visited your mother? So it's true.
Who recorded it?
I don't care telling you the truth. It was Sandy.
The jade bracelet.
The one both Yvonne and Sandy wanted is right here. A good piece of jade. What a pity it's kept in the box. Casey, I'm giving you one last chance. Abort the baby. I can give you both the jade bracelet and the medicine. Is the bastard child of Kendrick more important than your mother's life?
Sean.
One final minute.
Sean.
Which will you choose? Time's up.
Oh, Sean! Sean, don't! Sean, you're vicious.
Kissia, you had the chance to own that bracelet. What a pity. This is the choice you made. Kissia, you'll have your chance when you come around to abort the baby.
Mrs. Moore, don't act out of spite because of Mr. Moore. Otherwise, the only one who will suffer is you.
I've already suffered so much. This one makes no difference.
The moment you and Mr. Moore got married, you were already family. A family should live harmoniously with each other. I watched Mr. Moore grow up, and I wish him happiness.
Family. We're not fated to be happy together. I hate him, and he hates me.
Mrs. Moore, you can't look at things on the surface. You and Mr. Moore can't just focus on what's on the outside.
Miss, do you know something about Mr. Senior's death? Answer me. You've been serving the Moore family for so many years. Tell me if you know the truth or have evidence. Tell me.
Mrs. Moore, I think you're mistaken.
But that's what you meant when you said those things just now.
Mrs. Moore, you read too much into my words.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood you.
Cassia! Come out!
How did you end up like this?
Mr. Moore, I dolled myself up to bring my dog for a walk. However, someone put a gunny sack over me and beat me up, even stuffed me into a rubbish truck. Mr. Moore, someone wants to hurt me. You have to stand up for me.
Servants will bring you for a bath.
I'm not here for a bath. I was bullied so terribly. Mr. Moore, doesn't your heart ache for me?
Who's behind this?
Cassia!
Her?
What's the matter? Are you playing dress up and pretending to be a hobo?
Cassia, you know very well why I look like this.
Just listen to yourself. I never met you today. How would I know?
You must be the culprit.
I don't understand what you're saying. But you do smell. Ugh, it's making everything smell bad.
Don't think that I don't know that you're the one who put the gunny sack over me. Not only did you beat me up, but you even threw me in the rubbish truck.
Don't spread lies about me.
Mr. Moore, you're so capable. Help me find evidence.
I was in my office working the entire day. I even worked overtime with Director Smith.
Director Smith is in cahoots with you.
Go to Moore Group's office tomorrow and ask for Director Smith yourself.
Mr. Moore!
Mrs. Moore, rest a little.
Miss, I don't mean any harm. I just want to ask you some questions. If you think it's bad, you can not answer and leave. I always believed that my dad didn't cause Mr. Senior's death. I need to get to the bottom so that I can protect my family and leave this place. Please?
Mrs. Moore, you have to take what you said to the grave and never tell anyone about it. Otherwise it will only bring great catastrophe upon yourself.
Miss, I've only talked to you about this.
Mrs. Moore, don't waste your time and energy.
Can you give me a clue? Anything will do. Anything will do. Please.
The waters of a rich and powerful family run deep. There are some things that even evidence can't prove. You'll have to use your brain to do some guesswork.
Will I be able to find it by staying by Sean's side?
Mrs. Moore, Mr. Moore didn't stay in Empire Gardens before coming to Moore Group. He stayed in Moore Mansion.
I understand. Thank you. Hello? Who are you?
Cassia, it's Kenrick. I found a clue about Mr. Moore Sr.'s death.
Okay. Quick, what did you find?
I thought hard about what happened back then. If it wasn't Mr. Foster's fault, it was probably the medicine.
The medicine?
That's right. Someone tampered with it. That was what killed Mr. Moore Sr. when they were trying to save him.
Who could it be?
Cassia, having been by Sean's side for so long, why don't you make a bold guess as to who it could be? Think about who benefits the most from Mr. Moore Sr.'s death. Who had the chance to switch out the medicine when they were trying to save Mr. Moore Sr.?
Yvonne, Sean's stepmother. But how could she do something like this by herself? Why did she kill her own husband?
Do you know that Yvonne has a son?
I've never heard about it.
He's currently studying abroad.
Sean, what are you doing here? Sean, what are you doing here?
Cassia, having a date with your lover behind my back? Am I dead to you?
I have something important to talk to him about.
Have my words fallen out of your deaf ears?
There's nothing between us. We're just meeting up as friends.
Friends? You won't even have the chance to be friends.
Sean!
Sean, what right do you have to hit me? Since you married her, you should be treating her well.
You know she's my woman. You should give up early.
But you don't love her. See how badly you tortured her?
That's between us. It's not your business to point fingers.
Since you can't give her your love, then give her back to me. The one you don't love is a treasure to me.
Who said I can't?
Sean! Stop it! Sean!
Cassia, step aside.
Stop hitting him. You'll kill him.
Does your heart ache for him?
It's all my fault. I was the one who called Kendrick here. I pestered him until I had no choice but to come out and meet me. Just kill me, if you wish.
Cassia.
Step aside.
I won't. Just vent your anger at me if you wish.
Defending Kenrick will cause him a quicker death.
I've already said that I was the one who called him over. I need him help regarding my mother.
You rather beg him for help behind my back than to beg me nicely, huh?
Sean, how many times have I begged you before?
If you're humble enough, I might agree to it.
If you were willing, I wouldn't have had to find him to help me.
Since you defend him so much, I'll make sure you never see him again.
No! Sean!
She's my woman. She always will be.
What are you doing?
Since your heart aches for him, I'll make sure it aches thoroughly.
Sean, There's really nothing between Kendrick and I. The baby isn't his either. Why don't you believe me?
Why should I?
You can do a DNA test.
Why go through the trouble? You're going to abort it anyway.
Sean, let's talk through things.
Cassia, you even have the leverage to negotiate with me.
I do.
Cassia, what are you doing?
I have my life. That is my only final leverage I have.
Do you know what you're saying? Your life belongs to me.
Sean, there's too great a grudge and too much hatred between us. As long as I'm by your side, these grudges and hatred will never go away. I don't know what I did wrong to lead a life worse than death. Sean, I'll use my life to bring an end to all of this. Don't go close! Come any close. I'll kill myself. Sean, I decide whether I'll live or die.
Cassia, I forbid you from dying. You have to live and stay by my side.
What? Are you scared? Are you worried that you'll have no one to humiliate and abuse after I die?
Shut up! Stop saying that you'll die!
I'll use my life to end everything after I die. Spare my parents and let their lives return to normal. Please.
Mr. Moore, Mrs. Moore is...
How is she?
She and the baby are both in critical condition. We need your signature very urgently. Also, through the DNA test, the biological father of the baby...
Do everything to save her.
I will.
Quick, go! I am the father of the baby. Cassia!
Mr. Moore! Mr. Moore!
Cassia! I've let you down, Cassia! Cassia!
Mr. Moore! Please!
Cassia! Please don't die! Cassia!
Mr. Moore!
I'm sorry! Cassia!
Mr. Moore! Mr. Moore, are you alright? I rushed over the moment I heard you were hurt.
Who exactly was the woman from last night?
What do you mean by that? Mr. Moore, do you not want to marry me anymore?
I'm giving you one last chance. If you don't tell me the truth, you know the consequences.
Mr. Moore, I really was the one from that night. If you don't believe me, you can try it again, Mr. Moore. One more time, you'll...
This is the DNA test results between me and the baby in Kisa's womb. What else do you have to say?
Mr. Moore, I didn't mean to lie to you.
Someone!
Mr. Moore!
Take this woman away!
Sean, you can't do this to me! You can't!
Kisya, I won't spare anyone who hurts you. After I get to the bottom of my father's death, I'll go look for you. I'll repay everything I owe you in person.